The latest situation in Ring of Honor Wrestling is about two of their biggest stars who have been there since the very beginning of the company. I'm talking about Mark and Jay Briscoe. Recently, of course, Jay won the ROH World Championship and is, till now at least, still the world champion. Lots of rumours, lots of reports, and lots of different suggestions over the last 48 to 72 hours say that the Briscoes have possibly left Ring of Honor. Now, obviously, over the next, well, at least until we get a statement either from the Briscoes or from Ring of Honor officially regarding the Briscoes' position within or out with the company, a lot of websites and so forth will actually see different things. I mean, one thing that annoys me sometimes is you always get reports, even in newspapers and so forth, you always get reports from people who genuinely don't know what's going on, because in my opinion, nobody knows in this situation what's going on, of a lot of sources close to, sources inside, say, or sources close to this person or this organisation or that or this or that. You know, they always report it as if, you know, a lot of newspapers we know here, at least in the UK, make that stuff up. The truth is, in that situation, though, in my opinion, is that the Briscoes, even themselves at this point, are unsure what they're going to do. The most likely of all the different rumours and suggestions and reports is that the Briscoes are probably right now considering their position, considering what they will do with their professional wrestling career. Of course, this time is a busy time for them. Of course, they are genuine farmers, and they have to go on with their business, obviously. Perhaps that's part of the reason why they maybe have stepped away. Now, some of the rumours and speculation have reported that their contracts with Ring of Honor has expired. Again, we don't know. That they're injured, well, it's possible. Ring of Honor released a statement a short time ago on their Facebook page, which took a link to their official website, saying that they are injured, that Mark suffered a severe head trauma as the result of the bout with his brother, while Jay apparently has a fractured shoulder and torn rotator cuff. Rotator cuff is the kind of muscle, kind of cartilage in your shoulder, and right in there, it's the stuff that allows the bone to move. Any wrestler will tell you that's a bad injury to have. It's sometimes quite a complicated injury. It can take a while to heal. Occasionally, quite regularly, it does need surgery, especially if it's a severe tear. It is one of the worst injuries a pro wrestler can have, or any sportsman can actually have. So whether they are injured, we don't know. The truth is, as I said, I think it's more likely that they are at least considering their position. Ring of Honor, according to the statement, also contacted, of course, the Ring of Honor matchmaker Nigel McGuinness for an update about how it would affect the Ring of Honor World Championship held by Jay Briscoe. He said, this is taking quote from the report I've got on the snip tool in front of me. Nigel did inform us that he intended to announce this week that Michael Elgin would receive his championship opportunity on August 3rd in Toronto, but now that is now in question. He said that he will be making an announcement soon regarding the status of the ROH World title. And it also says on the report, ROHWrestling.com has heard rumours that Elgin, scheduled to be the next man in line, as I said there, may be awarded the title due to forfeit. Obviously, all this is an ongoing situation. I mean, there's lots of rumours and lots of speculations, as I said, and a lot of different reports about what exactly the situation is, could be, can be, or was. As I said, until we know, to get a official statement from Ring of Honor saying that this has happened, that they're either left or they will be back in action this date or whatever. I'm pretty sure that the Briscoe brothers are considering their position in pro wrestling. As I said, actually this time of year is actually quite a busy time for the farmers, as the others call they're chicken farmers. But I believe they do grow some kind of crop. But certainly this it's a bit annoying to me because these two guys, as I've said, have been there in Ring of Honor since the very beginning of the company. It's an unfortunate trend in pro wrestling that once a wrestler who may have been again with a company for many years, or the likes of Million Dollar Man Teddy Wilson, just using him as an example, but he travelled around the world for many, many years, for about 20, at least 12, 15, 20 years. He wrestled all across America, in Japan, multiple time tag team champion, and all the accolades that he won. And when he finally got to have his big run in the WWE, it only lasted about, what, 6, 7 years. So it didn't really last long. I mean, he didn't win the WWE title, and some people are going to comment on that because when I've said this kind of thing before, they have. He was one of the biggest stars in the WWE. He's one of the most respected WWE Hall of Famers. I've said that many times on this channel, and he is a very nice gentleman as well from the times I met him. But he didn't get a very long run at the top of the company as one of the biggest stars, and unfortunately that has proven to be the case even since then. The likes of Shawn Michaels only really became the absolute top of the company at WrestleMania 12, 1996. He won his first WWE Championship from Bret Hart, and then 2 years later, just 2 years later, he dropped it to Stone Cold Steve Austin and had to walk away. Bret Hart is the same. He was another one. He spent a bit longer as world champion, or on top of the company, but he really didn't genuinely. He only got a couple of years really in his status as the top guy in the WWE at the time. It's been proved. Even Stone Cold Steve Austin, yet another one. I said he won the title in 1998, but yet just about 5 years later, he also had to walk away due to injury. WrestleMania 19, his last in-ring match as a genuine competitor, and it's a trend, unfortunately, that many wrestlers, they work hard from their training throughout whatever company they work for. Of course, like many, like Daniel Bryan, Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, a lot of guys and independent wrestlers nowadays that travel the world. I mean, we've got friends who are great talents in Scottish Wrestling Entertainment. They've travelled all across Europe and so forth. So, a lot of wrestlers get the opportunity, which is a great thing. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. It's a fantastic thing. Helps build up relationships between independent companies, gets guys exposure all over the world, get their talent seen, get an opportunity to show many audiences, to achieve a lot of great things in their careers. Unfortunately, they don't get the chance to actually, many, like I said, Bret Hart, Austin, and all these Michaels and all these guys, when they reach the top of the top of the company, as like their heavyweight champion, I'm not talking about kind of, yeah, Daniel Bryan was a world heavyweight champion, but he's yet to have to really get to the really top. Of course, the likes of the WWE title. I'm talking like that. It's just like CM Punk. He got the world title a few years ago now, but that was a more kind of gift to him. You watched the best of CM Punk, best in the world WWE DVD or Blu-ray, and you get the impression of that's exactly what it was. It was a kind of keep him happy for the moment kind of thing, but eventually reaches the top of the company. Now, I for one hope that he can be kind of like John Cena, because John Cena is a rarity. John Cena is a rarity in the fact that he has been the top of the company for several years, and I mean, nobody knows how long it'll ever last. You could go fit and healthy into one match, and unfortunately have your match end your career. Bret Hart again, Starcade, 1999, I believe it was. He had the bull kick, unfortunately, accidentally from Goldberg, and we've all seen the results of that. He suffered a stroke. He had to retire. One of the greatest talents ever in pro wrestling. So it's very difficult, and I would say it's really heartbreaking sometimes that when it happens. But guys will work for years and years and years and have tremendous skill, have tremendous heart and determination, and a lot of them are good guys, genuine, nice guys to get to the top. And unfortunately, in pro wrestling, you don't tend to get a long run at the top of the business or any company that you work for. But like I said, there are rarities like John Cena, and hopefully these days with better modern medicine, better um, policies and regulations in place, we may actually see that change. Hopefully, fingers crossed, in the years to come. But certainly, if I mean, like I said at the beginning, Mark and Jay Briscoe are certainly two of the guys that I feel deserve a run at the top of Ring of Honor. They've just gotten to the top, and I do genuinely hope that if any bigger company like WWE or Impact Wrestling or whatever isn't coming calling, I do hope they take at least a while to enjoy a run at the top of the company which they deserve. Both perhaps as singles competitors, walk away from each other for a little while. In terms of course, in-ring competitiveness, they've done it before when each other got injured. Actually, in Pro Wrestling Noah, I believe it may have been Mark or Jay. One of them got injured, and the other one had to compete for themselves for a little while in Pro Wrestling Noah. I would like to see something like that, similar to that. These two guys actually get an opportunity to be at the very top of this company that they have helped get to the position that they have made. And so it's going to be an interesting time. Like I said, all the reports and all this stuff going on, the real situation is that I'm sure that they will only be considering their position at the moment. So I would like people not to keep tweeting them, or if they're on Facebook, keep posting on their Facebook page what you're doing, what decisions have you made, what this, what are you doing this, and what's happening with that, and so forth. I'd say let the two guys make their decision. If they're going to walk away from wrestling entirely, let them walk away. They've had great careers. If they're going to walk away from Ring of Honor, let them do it. Sometimes, unfortunately, that's what's needed, and I can go on and sit here and talk about guys like Chavo Guerrero Jr., who's a great talent, one of the best talents, and seeing him live in this past August was a tremendous honour to see him wrestle live. The guy wrestling him, Martin Stallion, was thrilled about having that opportunity. Chavo decided to walk away from the WWE. He didn't need to. He was more than welcome to stay, but yet he decided to walk away, and he's now in TNA, making a great name for himself again as a singles wrestler and as a tag team wrestler with Hernandez. So it's just going to be a while, I think, till we hear what's going to happen. I'm sure that when any decisions will be made, obviously the world will be aware of it via the internet. But I'm just hoping that those two guys, whatever the decision they make, take their time, make the right one, and whatever their decision is, sits well with them.